On pole for the 96th lap main event here in Spokane, Washington would be Jeffrey Finguy in the 20 car, Heat 1 winner. On his outside was Ty Dent in the 83 car, Heat 2 winner. Dakota Honecker slips into second off of 2. Finguy already takes the lead from Dent. Honecker now going for it with a push from Duncan into 3. Finguy trying to hold on the outside to lead the first lap. Doesn't look like that's going to work. Honecker leads the first lap. Duncan already trying to make it 3 wide. That's quite a move. And Duncan's up into the spot as we nearly had a crash there, and we are 4 wide. Into turn 1, Bezhanov slid up the track. That let open the door for Gerald Reddington. And off of the corner, Finguy and Ty Dent would make some contact with the wall, squished into the wall. Ty Dent has a fair amount of right side damage now. He continues on. Not sure whether he's going to have to pit at some point to repair that, but we continue on for now. Luke Walker in the 100 wasting no time getting to the front. He gets to the inside of Duncan on lap 3 to take the lead off of 2. Turns out Ty Dent has popped a tire due to hitting the wall, and on lap 4 he's already into the pits. He will go a lap down, changing that tire. More tire problems. Andreas Allen pops a tire on lap 6. He comes into the pits, quickly changes that right side tire, and is back out. He will lose a lap though. Gerald Reddington, who made an aggressive 4-wide move on lap 2, is now going for the lead on Luke Walker, Richard Felinski, and Scott Batista up into the top 5 as well. Reddington leads the lap. The 91 of Scott Batista, again having a nice run in the 91, at least early, as he gets his nose there on Reddington. That was kind of a risky move. Luckily Reddington gave Batista some space due to how early it was, and Batista will take the lead. Kyle Sosnowski in the 7 up into the lead now as he passes Scott Batista. Batista with a great crossover move. He got a good run off onto the back straightaway. He puts that into full effect, and Batista will lead the field. For now, he leads that lap as we have a nice green flag stretch to start the race. Looks like I spoke too soon. Reddington, Stringer, and Fullerton get together, and Reddington and Fullerton go off the track and into the grass. They would both continue virtually completely undamaged as we have some smoke up ahead. Another crash further up. Tanker would get into Michael Caine, and Sawyer Girl and Pichu London would get together. Pichu London hard into Honecker into his driver's side door, and London's upside down, sliding down to the inside, and he will come to a rest on his roof. Nasty crash for London. The lucky driver's award for this race is most certainly got to go to Alex Allen for avoiding this one. Just incredibly close to the vehicles involved in that. Finguy nearly came up right in front of Allen, but Allen checked up and he will continue on undamaged. Meanwhile, at the back of the pack we have Ilya Bondarenko, who's blown a motor at the same time this was happening. As why are you going up to the racing line? That's a completely blind area. Off the corner here comes Andreas Allen. That's a big crash. Ilya Bondarenko barrel rolls down to the inside of the earth barrier there. Comes to a rest on his roof. What a spectacular turn of events. After the taking of the caution flag, Duncan and Sawyer Girl would get together. Don't know whether Duncan was mad at Girl over something that happened in the first 10 laps, but either way, Girl is now stuck on that earth barrier, and he would lose a lap being towed back to the pits. A significant portion of the field would come in under this caution. Sosnowski in, Walker, Mike Doan, Bezhanov, Stringer, Johnny Appleseed, Michael Caine, Alex Tanker, and most of the back half of the field would come in under this caution. They won't be able to make it the rest of the way, I don't think, on the fuel and tires they get under this stop, but hey, it may make them faster on the restart. 4 cars went out of the race due to that last series of incidents. Dakota Honecker, Ilya Bondarenko, Pichu London, and of course Andreas Allen. Scott Batista led the field to the caution flag, did not come into the pits, and therefore is leading the field back to the green flag. Matthew Nicholson in second, and Luka Obrovac has made his way up into the top 5 somehow. That's very impressive. He started this race in 36th due to a penalty he received after turning Alex Allen in the heats, and somehow he's already up here, perhaps battling it out for the race win. Batista would lead for the next couple of laps. Nicholson, though, to his inside through turn 3. Batista with a good launch on the outside. Batista will keep the lead for now. Off of turn 2, 4 wide isn't going to work as Thaber and Dumian and Michael Kane get together. Nutt squeezed in the wall. He's around. TJ Dent gets a piece. Stringer flips Mark Nutt over. He goes for a couple of barrel rolls before coming to a stop. That car is dead. There's no way he's driving that one away. Stringer also gets a big chunk. A few of the back markers also got a piece, but the back markers mostly continued on. Most of the field would come in under that caution, except for Luke Walker and Damir Bezhenov. Those guys, I believe, came in under the last pit stop, and they will stay out to get some track position. Mike Doan, Johnny Appleseed, Chris Washer, Kyle Sosnowski, Duncan, Girl also stay out, and they will be the top 10 as we go back to green. Coming to the restart, Carlin Dumian has an engine issue, and he would go behind the wall. He's done for the day. Luke Walker leads the field back to the green flag. Matthew Nicholson, Ty Dent, and Mark Nutt went out of the race from that last incident. Mike Doan immediately going for second on Damir. Johnny Appleseed's trying to slip over into third as Bezhenov gets our points leader gets freight trained. Just one lap after the restart, Mike Doan already going for the lead on Luke Walker. He easily gets it into turn 1 as Sosnowski goes for second. Doan leads the next few laps until Sosnowski finally challenges Doan with some help from Johnny Appleseed. Sosnowski, the only driver this year to not have a DNF in the feature thus far, but that certainly doesn't mean he's just riding it out as he takes the lead and goes for some major championship points today. Off of turn 2, Sawyer Girl and Gerald Reddington get together. Sawyer goes for a partial spin, but with some help from Ophelia and Dumian and some great driving skill on his own, he's actually able to save it. The caution, however, is out, although I can't blame the HARC officials for prematurely throwing that caution. I mean, that looked like it could have been a lot worse. After the taking of the caution, Richard Trelinsky would try to get down to the pits. Fullerton staying out, and they continue to bump and rub as Trelinsky tries to make his way down into the pits. I think they're just angry at each other now. These two have not been on the best of terms for the last couple of years, and Trelinsky would end up stuck on the apron. If we get a quick tow back to the pits, he wouldn't even lose a lap due to that. Ophelia and Dumian, like his teammate Carl, also plagued by engine problems. Velvet Works Racing definitely has some work to do before the next round if they want to compete for this championship. James O'Shea would lead the field back to the green flag after Kyle Sosnowski and Luke Walker both came into the pits, along with a few others. O'Shea gets a nice launch, but Swanson drops up to his back bumper onto the back straightaway. He's going for the lead in 2. He has to check up. Looks like O'Shea's going to hold on for now. Scott Batista continues in the top 3. Let's see if he can perhaps get his first top 10 feature result of the year. Swanson continues his battle against O'Shea, and he would eventually be successful, taking the lead off of 4 and leading the lap. Off of turn 4, Jacob Young gets into Matthew Nicholson. He slides down the track into Bezhenov, the points leader involved. Michael Kane also involved as Nicholson goes over with some assistance from Richard Trelinsky right on to Damir Bezhenov's hood, and Bezhenov, Nicholson, and Trelinsky are done for the day. The whole field would come into the pits. Jeffrey Fingai would actually be the first one out, but he had to come back in to serve a pit road speeding penalty, and he will start at the end of the longest line, which puts him 22nd as Luka Obrovac takes the lead for the first time this race. Impressive stuff from the driver that started dead last. He's trying to prove the HARC officials and fans wrong. He's made his way to the front cleanly. Let's see if he can keep it cleanly. Luka Obrovac continues to lead as we're past halfway. Dixon up into second, another championship contender. He's going. He, along with Obrovac, are trying to make huge points gains on the misfortunes of Damir Bezhenov. As I believe I forgot to mention, Chris Washer went out of the race. No surprise there. He hasn't had any luck, nor has he had the engine reliability to really go for any good spots in these feature races. As now Dixon gets to the inside of Obrovac for the first time. Obrovac very strong on the outside. He has a big push from Duncan. Obrovac will keep the lead for now. Duncan, the first driver becomes the first driver to be able to successfully challenge Obrovac for the lead. He gets by Obrovac as Obrovac gets shuffled by Cisnowski, Appleseed, Walker, and Dixon and others. Cisnowski, another strong driver here today, goes for the lead and successfully gets it pretty easily off turn 2 over Duncan. Cisnowski currently tied for third in points with Skylar Dixon. All second through fourth in points are all going to make huge points gains if they stay where they are right now. Duncan wants to lead back. He gets around Cisnowski the next lap. Cisnowski and Duncan would once again trade the lead a couple of times. Now Faber up into second, Obrovac back up into third after being shuffled outside the top 10. Impressive stuff again from second in points driver. As Faber gets the lead off of turn 4, Luka Obrovac wasting no time in getting to the front as he makes his way past Faber into turn 1. Off of turn 2, Scott Batista and Alex Tanker get together. Batista goes for a quick spin into the infield. Dixon, however, goes for a spin, gets hit by several drivers, slaps the wall once, and now he has quite a bit of damage. It's going to be a real struggle for him to get very many points today. I mean, although there are only 23 cars on the racetrack, I can't see him finishing in the top 10. Luka Obrovac leads the field back to the green flag, 65 down, 31 laps to go. Jeffrey Fingai now up into second, Cisnowski still lingering there in third. 10 laps later, not too much has changed. Faber has made his way up into second, but the field really spreading out as they try and run down Obrovac. Obrovac's car is just incredible in clean air. You know what? In dirty air too. I mean, he made his way up from the rear of the field at the beginning of this race. I don't know whether anyone can beat him today. Faber would continue his attempts on Obrovac. Obrovac just very strong even on the outside. Duncan, however, now up into second. Duncan has been able to pass Obrovac today as he forces him up the track off of turn 4. Duncan not quite going to lead the lap as we're under caution. Through turn 2, James O'Shea would force Michael Caine 3 wide. They would get together. Johnny Fingai sends him for a spin, and Michael Caine hard into that metal beam with his passenger side door. He goes for a wild hang time and crashes to the ground on all four wheels, luckily. A wild crash for Michael Caine, who currently is tied with Richard Trelinsky for the most series DNFs, feature DNFs rather, with 7 each. Obrovac leads the field back to the green flag, just 16 laps to go now. Duncan still in second. We know he can challenge Obrovac. Let's see if he can go for the victory. Appleseed, though, battling Duncan off of 2. I don't know whether Appleseed can get past Obrovac, but we're going to have to see as Obrovac starts to pull away as they continue to battle 2 and 3 wide behind him. After about 5 laps, Appleseed finally successfully inside of Obrovac. Obrovac gets shuffled into second position. Walker trying to get second now. Luke Walker, another very quick car. As Terrence Day tries to get into third, Obrovac once again gets a little bit shuffled. Walker now battles with Appleseed. With just 10 laps to go now, Obrovac still stuck on the outside as Duncan goes by. He's pushed back into 6th position. Appleseed certainly not wasting time getting back to the front. He doesn't want to wait to the last lap, that's for sure. Gets by Walker. Walker now going for a crossover move. A great battle between these two drivers. Appleseed falls back, but here comes Obrovac charging back to the front with really no help as they race 3 wide behind him for 3rd through 20th positions. Obrovac quickly chasing Walker here as we come to around 6 laps to go. Here comes Obrovac. 2 is inside. He's got the position off of turn 2. Walker makes his move with coming to 3 to go now. He got to his inside on the back straightaway. Obrovac did not have a good run onto the back stretch as Cisnowski and Duncan look to get by Obrovac. Obrovac with a good run onto the backstretch. He slings it back to the inside, going after Walker here. Coming to 2 to go now. Duncan now into a third, though. He may go past Walker. Along with Obrovac, yes he does. Obrovac with the lead once again. Can Duncan get by him? Duncan right on his back bumper as we come to the white flag. Duncan's going to have one shot in turn 2. If he can get to his inside, onto the backstretch. He's looking, he's there, not quite. He has to check up a little bit. Obrovac with a nice run on the outside, gets back to the inside, and I think the race is his. Team Thunder still winless when it comes to this season, but Obrovac comes off the corner to win his second feature race of the season and his second in the last 3 rounds. Impressive stuff from him, coming from 36th to first to claim the victory. But perhaps more importantly, he did it cleanly, and that's what he's going to have to do if he's going to contend for this championship. Speaking of contention for the championship, Obrovac takes a massive points lead. Duncan came across the line in second, just came up a little bit short in the end. Team Thunder, like I said, still winless, the only 2-car team that is such this season. Johnny Appleseed in the 00 would finish in 3rd place. The 7 of Kyle Sosnowski continues his streak of no DNFs with a 4th place finish. He jumps into 2nd in the point standings. The 112 of Tyler Faber finishes 5th despite being involved in an incident or 2 earlier in the race. Mike Doan finishes 6th in the 72. The 55, wherever he is, there he is. The 55 of Terrence Day is 7th. Paul Swanson is 8th in the 69 car. The Luke Walker in the 100 was 9th. He could have contended for this victory, just got caught out amongst traffic in the last few laps. And Alex Allen rounds up the top 10.